Merry Christmas. So for this week's Jesus Youth's Recollect prep material, we're doing something special because first of all, it's Christmas. Second, it's the last week before we come and meet together for Recollect. And what we're doing special this week is not only are we going to tell you who the person is, we are actually going to introduce you to this person. So this is Father Vinod Madati Parambel.
Yes.
He is our national pastor for Jesus Youth and has been for quite some years now. So we wanted to ask him a few questions about his life in the movement and also ask him about how we should learn and how we should come to the conference and other things like that. So thank you, Father, for joining us today. So can you tell us a little bit about how you met Jesus Youth and why? I know that you were already a priest by the time you met Jesus Youth, so why would you want to be part of a movement when obviously you're in a path to holiness, obviously you found God, so.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So it's actually an accident that I am in the Jesus Youth movement. It was never planned, never willed, but of course, good that. I came here in America in 2007, and then in 2008 we had the World Youth Day. So as we are preparing for the World Youth Day, Sony invited me for the World Youth Day, and all its registration and travel together happened to be with the Jesus Youth. And that is the first time I could really see the movement and experience it. So that attracted me to the movement, and then that's how I got into the movement. So it was of course not really planned. But actually being in the movement really helped me. Once I got into the movement and started talking to the people in the movement with the joyful spirituality, but with all its failures too. So I started to like the movement. And to be very frank, it added so much of beauty into my vocation as a priest, my commitment as a priest too. So that's the reason I love this movement and wants to be in this movement.
Praise God.
Yes.
So Joe is filming, I'm obviously here, so for me and Joe and all the other people that are preparing both families and youth, what are some things I guess we can keep in mind as we're coming to Recollect, as we're coming to a new year that we can prepare?
Yeah, Java Recollect is actually, I think, was the dream of quite many people, Jesus Youth here. Of course, we were gathering for occasional regional meetings, team gatherings, and there were a lot of programs where we would come together and celebrate. But I too was feeling that there should be another occasion where we can freely come together and mingle and see how people's life are going and inspire each other. So this Recollect, I would say, is a time where we go back to our original experiences and gain energy from those experiences. So maybe as a preparation, we have to think how we met the movement, how we met the awesome people in the movement, or God in this movement, and what was the beauty that we experienced at that time. And that remembrance, that memories, I think will really benefit a lot in achieving the goals of this Recollect. So what I'm going to do is maybe to think about how I met people in different occasions, and how that contributed beauty to my vocation as a priest. Of course, there were moments where I met with the leaders of the movement, the international leaders, the full-timers, the people who accepted vocation, and my confessions during the programs. So all those experiences gave me a confirmation that I was called to be a priest, and my priesthood is being appreciated and accepted. It is good. So that's the feeling that I think I'm going to get in this conference too, that I will feel that I am good. I don't know what you will feel, but I think you also will feel that every one of you is really good.
Awesome. So one last question, Acha. What about people who've just met Jesus Youth maybe in the last year or maybe in the last few months and haven't had too many things that they can recollect? How should they prepare?
Oh yeah. Every person who are coming to the Java Recollect is going to meet someone, and that meeting, that encounter, I think, is the focus of this gathering. So they will meet someone. When I look back into my experience too, I met quite many people, and I won't say that everyone had the same effects in me. But there are some meetings or some encountering that stands out, but some made meaning quite later. after when I thought about it, something came into my mind that inspired me. So every person who is coming to this Recollect will benefit, and they are going to meet awesome people. Not because of they are the holiest people in this world, but they are really human, and we have a desire to meet God, and there is so much of prayer that is taking place, and it's going to be a fine communion. So everyone will benefit.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Acha, and Merry Christmas, and can't wait to hang out with you more at Recollect.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you and to every one of you, and we wish the infant Jesus will really help us to make this DIY Recollect something really beautiful and memorable. So we'll meet at the conference.